Well, good afternoon. Happy post Christmas. We're in that week between Christmas and New Year's. A little less than a week now, 6 days. So, that little week between Christmas and New Year's is a funny week because, especially if you're in the Midwest or northern parts of the world, Midwest United States or northern parts, where there's snow on the ground and it's cold and it's gray out, usually this time of year, and you just got finished having hopefully a good time, but usually it's a very tiring time around the holidays, right? Those of you who have family, you're juggling around or whatever, you're trying to see people, you're doing stuff, you're probably eating a little too much. Once a year doing that isn't the worst thing. A couple times a year even isn't so bad. And you're kind of now in this lull or in between period. People usually don't want to go back to work. They don't usually want to do anything if they don't have to. They're getting ready for the New Year's Eve parties and all that stuff, and then of course getting ready for that new year, right? And the new year represents a lot of promise for people usually, and we joke around about that. Like, well, why do you have to wait for a new year in order to set a goal for yourself? Why do you have to wait for a new year to chase excellence or whatever? It's really arbitrary, isn't it? I mean, you could have decided yesterday, you could have decided a month ago to change things around and chase excellence. But instead, the new year happens, and that seems to be the timing for it. And you know what? That's okay. It doesn't matter what the catalyst is, you know. Obviously, you don't need to wait until one time a year when the year changes in order to make, 2022 a good year compared to 2021. Um, what link did I send you? Did I send you mean the link? I sent you a link to so Glenn, you got a link to the forum or Facebook group for the seduction mastery mastermind program. So that's what you got. So you can use that, jump on the forum. So for everybody else, I'll do a quick interruption to the message just for that announcement. People are the seduction and frame mastery mastermind is out. I say mastermind because it's going to be going on all year in 2020. It involves one-on-one calls for those in the premium tier, Zoom calls plus course material. We'll get started after the first, and I'll make those announcements to those guys who are in. And but we're going to be ongoing. So, if you don't sign up within the next week or something, you can sign up later. Here's the thing, though: it there's only one of me, so I can only do so many one-on-one consults, and this is a personalized program. Um, so yeah. Oh, I'll send Afi a link too, just so he has one. All right, but I'll get around to it. I'm just kind of getting around to, sending that stuff. But yeah, in with that program is a forum. Obviously we can exchange notes, compare ideas, get questions answered. You can have access to me a little bit quicker, and that's one of the benefits of being in the group. And there'll be a few people in my network as well who will be able to pop in from time to time. Glenn's one of them. Glenn's working on a red pill film. All right, it's getting some good traction. It's called Mind Dates. All right. It should be pretty interesting. I'm excited for this project. I'm doing whatever he needs for me to do to help him with it. And send you a StreamYard link. Oh, I could do that. I only got about 20 minutes though. I was gonna jump. You know what though? I can link up with him later. Um, let me do that real quick. So let me do a share on this. We're gonna do not that one. Invite. Copy that. So we interrupt this scheduled program for me inviting Glenn to the show. Greetings to you from New York City also. So yeah, let me invite Glenn here real quick. We'll go jump on this. The Book of Faces is the way I'm going to do it because I'm on my computer, bro. And then what's this say? All right. All right. Now we got. There we go. All right. So, Glenn, you got sorry for the pause there, everybody. Excuse my pause. All right. So now you got a link. And so I'll be talking for a minute and I'll let you in. All right. But maybe you can mention something about mind dates too. What do we got here? Here's a resolution. Continue to build men's publication website, monetize it, make 100 approaches. Is that a day? No, I'm just joking. Go from, all right, cut some weight too. Good for you, man. Awesome. We're going to cover a few things, and I don't have much time here because I want to jump on another call, and then I got clients as well. So I'm going to talk about my quick list, but I'll have Glenn be our guest here for a second. But I'm going to talk about my quick list, give you a list of how to make your New Year's resolution successful. All right, so that's what we're going to do. And if you stay till the end, the most important tip is going to remain at the end. Oh, but by the way, yes, back to the seduction program, though. People are signing up in droves. They're signing up for that initial consult because I can only take so many in the group for the program, particularly the premium tier is what I mean. It's an interview / consultation with Weston, who's my course administrator. So you can schedule them, book that consultation. That's free. But of course, I ask that you be a serious candidate, obviously. But you can book that consult, and he'll see if this is a good program for you. If it fits you, and there's some different tiers on there, we can get you signed up. All right, it's going to be a good year. We're going to work on seduction. We're going to work on a frame. It's good if you don't have girls yet. Okay, it's good if you are in a relationship, or if you're not in a relationship and dating women, spinning plates. If you're in the LTR phase, that's good. Even long into the LTR, it's also good because frame and seduction applies to no matter where you are in that process. Okay, so we're going to work on that stuff and mindset stuff together for those who qualify for it. Links in the description. All right, so I'm adding Glenn to the stream. What's up, man?
Yo, it's funny you were just talking about resolutions because you asked me about the stream on Thursday on this. Mm-hmm. And I did some soul searching on this, bro. Like, I did some serious soul searching. I was like, okay, what are the main reasons why people are getting hung up and not accomplishing their goals? Right? Because I being a bodybuilder, I hate resolutioners. You know what I mean?
Right. We all do, because then it floods the gym. You go to the gym in January, and now it's crowded. Yeah.
Yeah, they ruin the gym for the first 3 months of the year. And if you're competing in like April or May, like those guys are ruining the gym for you. But I was like, well, why don't resolutions actually work? Why don't they stick? The key thing is lack of accountability. Okay. Yeah. And the thing is, sometimes you have to know when to enlist somebody to hold you accountable.
Right.
And if you don't know when to do that, then you're going to be running around giving yourself excuses on why you didn't reach your goal on time. Oh, I could go to the gym tomorrow. Or you know what? I could put $50 away from my check next month and the next payday, and I'll put it towards my saving next time, or I'll double it up. And that never really happens. So there's a lack of accountability why people don't reach their resolution goals.
Right.
And when I saw your stream, I'm like, yo, I'm sure he's going to talk about it. But like, I realize that sometimes you have to enlist somebody that's in the foxhole with you. You can't have somebody that's not willing to be in the foxhole with you, as your accountability partner. You want somebody that's willing to put in the dirt, be in the foxhole with you as your accountability partner to help you see your goal. And I always think that monetary is the best way to do it. Like, yo, if I don't go to the gym today, then I'll owe you $5. And then you have your accountability partner hit you up every day. Yo, man, you owe me $20 now. You missed 4 days in a row. You know what I'm saying? Like at
Yeah.
some point in time, it's going to be like, okay, I need to stop doing this. I'm going to get myself in gear. Or if it's like, okay, look, you know what? You want to put this, you want to buy a new car. If you're not putting the money away, guess what? You're not getting that car. And there should be a consequence for it. So you're not sacrificing your Starbucks. You know what I'm saying? Start sacrificing your Starbucks. Little things like that. There has to be accountability if you want to reach your resolution goals.
Yeah, 100%, man. And actually, I'm going to go through my quick list real quick. You can kind of hang out and listen. Yeah, I got a list, and accountability is on the list too as one of the things. But so the first thing, so here's a quick the list of how to reach your New Year's resolution goals, or really any goal for that matter. But this is so you're not going to be that person who has big ideas and then, of course, doesn't accomplish any of them and find yourself the next year looking at the same things.
Yeah.
So first thing with that is to keep it simple, because adherence is the key. Glenn here mentioned bodybuilding. And so we all know that the best workout program and diet program is first and foremost the one you're going to stick to. You know what I mean? So like you obviously want to elevate it from there. If you might start off with just getting to the gym 2 times a week, and then that grows to 3 times a week. Then that grows into actually following a systemized, periodized program. And then that grows, you see it grows from simple steps once you develop habits. But you got to allow those habits to develop. So don't make your goals so huge for what you have to do this week or tomorrow. Your action steps especially, keep those things simple, because adherence is the key. A lot of times people make their goals really big and they jump into it headlong for a week or so. And then once that dopamine runs out and the habits aren't built yet because it hasn't been long enough, they fall off completely. So that's what you don't want to do. Next thing is you want to be specific in your goals. So as specific as you can be, the better. So instead of, I want to get more fit. Well, what does that mean? Do you want to gain 5 pounds of muscle? Do you want to lose 10 pounds of fat? Or, you get what I'm saying. And that's, of course, physical goals are easy to measure, but it could be income goals, sales goals, goals with, I want to do a morning routine and meditate every day, or whatever it is, but it's, have it be measurable, attainable. That's the other thing. So back to keeping it simple, you want those action steps to be attainable. You could have, if you're making $40,000 a year and your goal is to make $1 million by the end of the year. Well, is that really attainable? Can you step into that? Some people have done it before, but it's not, it has to have concrete measurable steps. And if that's not attainable, maybe it's just increasing your income by 50%, or 20% or whatever. It has to be attainable for where you at. You can always adjust the goal later if you achieve it. Then what Glenn said is my next point: seek accountability, because you're your worst boss. And so being accountable to yourself is very difficult. This is why people hire trainers. This is why people hire coaches. A big part of it is to be accountable, and have to be accountable every single week, every single day to something. Now, whether that's to your lists, like for your diet plan, am I following my calories and you're recording stuff every day, or your weekly goal sheet, but have another person. An accountability group is good. That's why in the Seduction Mastermind program, I got the forum I invited you to, because guys can get on there, and I'm going to hold guys accountable to their goals. When they have certain things they want to improve on, we're going to make it measurable, and then they're going to report in how they're doing. And that's a good thing, And with that, though, on the accountability side of it, keep in mind oftentimes you'll fail your way to success. All right. Which means if you're not pushing yourself, if you're succeeding in all of your action steps all the time, you're probably not pushing yourself enough. We want it to be attainable, but there's a range there, right? There's a spot where you also push yourself, and maybe you don't, maybe it's hard, and this week you don't quite make it. And you have to tell your accountability partner, your coach, or the group or whatever, I didn't quite make it this week. It's not to beat yourself up. It's just to recognize the holes, make adjustments, and then move forward. And so it's okay to fail. It's okay to miss things. Don't have an all or nothing fallacy, or what I call the perfectionist dilemma, where guys get into this perfectionist idea where if I don't do everything perfect, then I might as well not do it at all. No, absolutely not.
Hold right there, Paul, real quick.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
so when I was competing, like we had this motto was like push to failure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So like if you're bodybuilding and let's say you're on the bench press and you could do 10 reps at, whatever weight, it's that 12th, 14th rep in that set that you're not sure of. And that's uncharted territory.
Yeah.
That's failure.
Mm-hmm.
If you stay within your comfort zone, you're going to grow.
Right.
You can
got
do
to
the
push
same
past
thing over and over again. You're not going to grow. You have to
Right.
push to failure. You have to push to the uncomfortable water. Get comfortable being uncomfortable,
Yeah.
And failure is a good thing. I love failure.
Right.
Failure tells you all the different ways how not to do something. But it doesn't
Right.
it doesn't mean you can't do it. It just, what was it? Albert Einstein? No, I said Thomas Edison said that, how many times did you invent the light bulb? He's like, I invented it once, but I learned 1,000 ways not how to make a light bulb.
Right. Yeah.
It's like you got to push beyond failure. Failure is a good thing. It reminds you that you got to go back to the drawing boards.
Right. Exactly. And it's only a true failure if you give up, right? But
Exactly.
if you have those short-term failures, that's how your brain makes adjustments anyways. It actually sees what's wrong, recognizes mistakes, and fixes it. Those of you guys with the mindset program that the alpha mindset program know that if you got to that module. So that's a good thing, and that people who are successful don't focus on the L's other than for learning purposes. They just focus forward. And so that's what you want to do. And then last two steps really is backwards plan into action steps. So in other words, if you have, let's say, a financial goal a year out or something, well, what should that number look like each quarter? And then how about 90 days out from today? And then from there, how about each month broken down to the next 30 days, and break that 30 days down to the week, then down to what do I have to do tomorrow to meet that measurable goal. We call that backwards planning. It's something that we do in the military when we plan for missions, and it works exceptionally well for goal planning as well. And so every week you want to review your backwards plan and where it fits in with the bigger picture. If I'm making this many sales this week, am I going to reach my goal by the end of the quarter? If I make that many by the end of the quarter, will I reach it by the end of the year, and so on? It'll tell you where to adjust your goals as well. And so that's really important. And then the last part, the deep, dark secret that people forget about. And if you've made it, guys who made it to the end of this video, although we're going to BS for about 5 minutes before I close it, you made it to the end of this video. We made it to this part, which is seek intrinsic reward. All right. That means reward in the process. A lot of people focus too hard on the end state. Well, that's only good enough to power you through short bursts and so much. That grind, if that goal is big enough, you're going to have days, weeks, months of grinding. So you have to be able to reward that grind somehow, meaning finding pleasure in doing the grind. Those who are successful in bodybuilding, Glenn can attest here, enjoyed the workout, enjoyed the burn, enjoyed that process.
Enjoy the suck.
Enjoy embracing the suck. And that's what we said in the call it military, embrace the suck. So if you hate cold calling, but you got a cold call to elevate your business, then you need to find a way to like cold calling, even if you just fool yourself at first, but find a way to game it and to like it. If you get nervous with approaching women and you hate dating, you got to flip that around into how can I enjoy this process, or else you're going to give up on that goal. You won't reach the end state without learning how to intrinsically reward it. And this is what we see mostly going wrong with New Year's resolutions, is that they don't learn how to enjoy that process. They're trying to, I want to look good this summer. That's the goal. So I'm going to get to the gym, got to do my diet. They're not really enjoying it, right? And then they don't have an accountability partner, back to Glenn's point, to get them through the periods where they're not enjoying it. It takes a couple weeks to really get your mind into finding enjoyment in something you're not used to or that's uncomfortable. But once you get there, now there's nothing that can stop you. And that accountability partner will help you get to that point and then beyond that too. And so that's really it for my list. And
let me add a few more. Let me add two more.
Yeah, add some.
The one that I'll definitely add is don't let people put a ceiling on your goals.
Yeah.
People tend to self-project what they can't do onto others.
That's
So
good.
you have to make sure that you have the right people in your circle. They're going to help you get your goal. All right. Or not say help you, but believe in you achieving your goal.
Right.
All right. When I started bodybuilding, I was 285 pounds. I was fat. Like my stomach had a stomach. Like I looked pregnant. And when somebody told me you can't do it, you won't be able to get down to the weight, I took that instead of being like, oh, okay, yeah, he's right, I'm fat. I took that as hold my beer, watch me do this. And not only did I compete, the guy that told me that I couldn't do it, in every competition we were on stage against each other, I outplaced them.
Right.
I put in the work. You do not let people put a ceiling on you because of what they're afraid of or what they cannot do. You know, when I went back to college to get a degree in theology, I was told I was a horrible student. I ended up becoming, the 4.0 student in theology. Like the whole year, the few years that I was in college, I top of my class.
Right.
Don't let people put a ceiling on you, because if once you accept that ceiling, once you accept that limitation, you are going to fail. You will fail. Like, oh yeah, I can't get that far because it's just not conceivable. No, do not let your circle be around a bunch of people that are not going to breathe life into your goals. If somebody is not breathing life into your goal, cut them loose. It's part of your frame. You have to maintain your frame, and that means keeping those people that are detractors out of your life. And if you want to level up, whether it's in game, whether it's in business, whether it's in, whatever your goal is, fitness, then guess what? You got to surround yourself with people that are doing better than you in that. And that's one of these things that Paul's bringing into this community with the seduction community that's really going to help everybody out. Like if you want to get better in game, then guess what? You need to be around people that have better game than you. If you want to get better in looks, you got to be around people who look better than you. Okay? Because why dress for the job that you have? You should be dressing for the job that you want, right? And how to get there, you got to get around like-minded people that have done it, that have succeeded in it, and that can help you get there. I mean, it's really who your company you keep.
Oh yeah, it's a big part of it, man. For sure.
Yeah. So those are the only two I want to add. But everything else is perfect.
That's great, man. Those are great ads. I love it. So everybody listening, hammer that like button. Thanks to Glenn for coming on here. As I was mentioning before, Glenn's working on a movie project that's getting some good traction. And it'll have a red pill kind of theme to it, which is going to be very interesting. So I'm very supportive of that. And I'd like to mention that you guys will see more of that in the future if you can.
Yeah, we start shooting January 17th in Florida, in Miami. Nice. So if you're out there in Miami, hit me up. We might get you in the background scene.
Cool, man. Yeah, yeah.
We got Paul going to be in the movie. Paul's going to be in there. He just don't know yet. Well, he knows it, but he doesn't.
We'll see how much of me gets cut.
No, we're going to keep the whole clip.
Nice.
It's hilarious. And that's the other thing. It was my goal. It was my dream.
Yeah.
I was told that I wasn't going to be able to make it. I was told the Red Pill movie would not be interesting for people. It sounds too, anti-woman. And we did this film in a way that is not anti-woman at all. We're really calling out men. We're telling men where our problems are that men struggle with. And we're addressing the men. We're not addressing women. We can't address women. We're addressing the men, and we're laughing at them as we're doing it. And it's a concept that everybody can relate to. Right. So we got some really good A-list celebrities to be a part of this project. I'm very grateful for them and their time. And it's been communities like with Paul, the whole Red Pill community that I've worked with, that really helped bring this project to fruition. They, like I said, they believed in me doing it. I think me and Paul talked about writing. I was writing a film before. And he just told me kept the same focus. I would ask him about questions about Red Pill content. And, that's just part of being accountable. That's just making sure you have the right people in your circle in order for you to thrive. And if you don't, then you are failing yourself.
100%,
you will fail yourself going to the gym trying to bench 315 pounds if you never did it before.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Hurt yourself, in fact, in that case.
I would laugh at you.
Right. So that's awesome. I got to jump on. I got consults and another call, man. But thanks for coming on, Glenn. Really appreciate it. Thank you guys who made it over into the chats. And we're just doing a short one today, but we'll do more this week. So thanks again for the support. And like I said, if you guys are interested in that seduction and frame mastery program, schedule your session and we'll see if it's good for you. All right. Thanks again. Take care. Yeah, you too, Glenn. See ya.